syndromes and all these different things. I gotta check my whole little circumference. Got the angels around, you know what I'm saying? The feather dragons. Beautiful girl over there walking down the way. I don't want to say if it's a girl or not. Sometimes you don't really know. You know what I mean? This celibacy season is here for a reason. It's serious, man. We got some serious things to address because there's a lot of things going on in the world, and people are just not bothered. And it's okay, I guess, if it's a part of your nature to not be bothered. Let me use it as gentle, man. You know, it's always gonna be some gang stalkers around, so just do they feel the energy. Ooh, that ginger. Hot. Y'all don't eat no ginger. I don't know why they acting like they eat ginger. Let me get this out the way real fast. We're gonna jump into it, y'all. We're gonna jump into it. We're gonna learn something. On an intuitive kick, you know, divine down. They're trying to mess up the broadcast with the little a good stream, but no side's gonna use the enemy as a fool, you know. Yeah, man. Well, all the shit that's out now, man. We've been chopping it up for some years, ain't we? And we've been talking for some years about some of this shit. But y'all don't want to hit y'all with the gender scraps. You know, them joints, they can hurt you and hit you a little bit head, but anyway. Gotta get the root shoots and the fruits and all that, the berries and melons and all that. Eating spiritual foods, man. Eat carnivore, you don't even know what the hell. Somebody season that shit up a certain way, you might like it. You might like certain foods. If you season it a certain way, you thought it was gross to eat certain animals. Oh man, these motherfuckers eating everything else, y'all. It's crazy. Oh my god. That was bad. Look at that. Hey, man, you know you don't eat that. Whew. It's a ginger. Whew. Whew. Gotta clean out. Get the mind detox going on, man. Get the lymphatic system moving. I gotta eat some, man. Keep the parasites low. You know what I mean? Get some divine download. Got the feather popping. I'm talking about the feather, but if you find the feather, you better rock it. As ancestors, certain angels and shit that's around you. Not just any angels. You got family, all right? Everybody got family in that, man. So I gotta jump into it, man. It's really serious, man, because with a lot of shit you see that's revealed right now, you really should be going celibate. It's like nothing else you should be willing to do. Because the reason why I got to talk about the leaders, the so-called shepherds and the leaders of the world, political or religious, they all have problems with sexual gratification. They talk more about sexual gratification than they do about supernatural education, like things that can help you out. So if you want some prune juice, that'll just be fine, man, and you'll hydrate. All right, I like that. We're gonna add that in. Use that on my other channel with the, I focus on fruits, berries, and melons and stuff over there, fruitarian, vegan. But same time, I chew this right before I eat. Just like when I break my fast or whatnot, boom. I give me some garlic, and then the sun's gonna go down, and I eat my little meal, some garbanzo beans. Keeping everything smooth, man. And we only eat like once a day, but once every 2 days now with just carbs and stuff. Discipline in the body, really. A lot of the false shepherds, they want to really tell us, how to eat to live and all these things. And we're not really getting true sexual education, which is, don't tap into the tree of life right away. In puberty, I probably said it wrong, it's Mercury retrograde and stuff. But that's the time that you prove yourself to master your desires. A lot of us could have mastered them. But, we was under the illusion, you got to get a gang of females, you got to get a gang of girls. What's happening, Mickey? What's going on? Man, I'm in the Pacific. We out here, man. Getting the downloads. Hold on, let me make sure I get my back right. Is that everybody? Okay, people walking past. That's cool. I'm out here. But yeah, man, it's real serious because, you feel my vibration just doing what it do, right? It's like an instrument, I know it's really serious, and I'm keeping it like as possible, cool. But it's some horrific shit that's out that used to let you further know that celibacy is the way to go. Ain't no other way. And that's what's going to raise our spiritual development to the highest of all heights. Now, I need to put some links in the descriptions about, we've been talking about celibacy for a while, some years now. We're already going on 7th year now. But even before that, I was talking about it through months and things of that nature, like days and you know, years, what you will feel. So now it's like important. There's nothing else to do. You see these people and see what they're doing right now with their own people. So just imagine what was going on with our people behind closed doors that don't nobody talk about. We had to write. There was books that was written with pictures that were taken not by us. Who the hell would take the picture? Just like the same time with the files that we see, who is fucking taking the pictures? You know what I'm saying? It's like they enjoy that shit. It's a part of that culture. And a lot of people don't want to, and if they're like Caucasian or whatnot, they don't, you know, they give everybody fucked up names and shit, you know, and terminologies and stuff. But you know what I mean. A lot of individuals like that, they want to break out of that type of, you know, low vibratorial shit too. They want to go to the higher heavens also. You know, they want to discipline themselves, but they know it's like, damn, my family fucked up a little bit. You know, and everybody can see it from their own perspective. So everybody's adding on to the cipher now. The cipher is basically 360 years of knowledge, wisdom, 360 degrees of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, which is powered by the truth. Thank you, brother. Which is powered by the truth. You know, the truth is energy, force, and magnetism. I go to apply. I mean, to be. Hey, what's happening? You see? Hold on, let me go get this little fruit down there. Somebody gave me some fruit. Which is powered by energy, force, and magnetism, which is the truth. The truth always is and will be. In order to get to the truth, you gotta. I'm gonna walk down here, y'all. In order to get to the truth, you gotta remove things that are trash, anything that's trash and filth. You know what I'm saying, brother? Hey, he had a. We're gonna see. I don't know. Sometimes we're gonna see what this gonna do. Somebody gave me some fruit and shit. I don't really know. I'm just gonna put it down here. They kind of know what I eat now. It's like, hold on, man. I don't want to get sick. They're like, when they get his ass sick. So I don't know what it is. I have to see. I take it just to be taking it. But I wouldn't mind eating one of these. You know what I'm saying? Some bell pepper fruit. Don't nobody eat fruit. Back to my little cut real fast, y'all. Pardon me. All right, super. Cool. Okay, so bam, you in Tennessee? Okay. Hey, my dad from Tennessee. Well, you know, I'm from Mississippi. I'm a Mississippian nigga out here, man. It's like rare. You don't really see that shit. And so I'm reporting back to the family. You know what I mean? You know, to us, we can laugh up something. You know how we do. Yeah. All right. So, but back into seeing what they do as far as like, you know, things that they do with their coach. I know I was talking about some energy, force, and magnetism. Part. Yeah. Boom. Most just gave me that movement. Anyways, though, so we just having like a divine cipher. Everybody's adding on to, you know, what they experience under a certain group of people. Now we're seeing now what they don't want us to know through the false shepherds, which is, you know, the Moors, because they're like the last motherfuckers that's like, they're not even like real Moors. These are like people who are just talking for the Moors and shit, trying to get us to give in or something. And it's like, we have so much evidence that the Most High is giving us, like, no. We don't even have grandmas telling us that we were connected to the Moors. We don't have no grandma saying that. We all have our grandma saying, you know, you Choctaw, Chautaw, you Yaman, whatever we are, Seminole. Love what you got there. We that. I mean, grandma that's like from my age. I ain't have a grandma. I had a granddaddy. He was born in 1905. Passed away in 1993. And my aunt, I was 13. That's a special number too. All these numbers are just taken into consideration, you know. But yeah, anyhow though, you see how these people is. I'm gonna stay on the line real quick because I know we're making it drizzle out here too, man. You know, what controls rain, hail, storm, earthquakes. You know, it's man experimenting with high explosives, but if you dealing with, you know, supernatural man, his high explosive is his mind, his thoughts. Tapping into the ether and his words that's coming out of his mouth that's organically, you know, connected to the heavens. When it comes out, boom, it goes up and forms all different things. You know, once we get connected, we'll be controlling the weather. We ain't got to worry about chemtrails. Trust you me. Our Kundalini got to be on point, though. And that brings us back to the celibacy because they can't really fuck with us on celibacy. You know, we have molesting spirits out here that's deep as hell. It's so deep that these people are not even catching these people. I don't want to say, you know, publicly fuck them up or nothing like that, but that's normally what happens. People got so much money, man, and their money controls people who are low vibratorial. It's not that you say, you know, the love of money, they say, is the root of all evil. That's what they talk about in the Bible. That's not the root of all evil. Motherfuckers can be this evil or wicked if they unripen in the spirit and shit, start doing some dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? He probably is the only one in this life. Who knows? But people come back. It's only meant for certain people. It ain't meant for everybody. It ain't meant for everybody, baby. Celibacy is the way right now, the truth and the light to get to the heaven, the heaved up place, the light that's born in Bethlehem in your belly that climbs up the 33 vertebrae and boom across the vagus nerve and get into your, basically what you get into get your crown, your heaven. So it releases gifts, happiness, joy, new talents and shit like that. Tapping into, to your divine life family. All of these things happen when you do celibacy. It brings us closer together as niggas. We're not as close as we can possibly as we should be because we haven't realized how to heal. This is the way. The fools come next. Us that'll want to make us come together and really defend our shit. We can't let now with all this shit out, you can't even let nobody go to school. You know what I'm saying? Nick, I wouldn't even let my children go to school when they were young. I had to be really slick with my shit. I wouldn't even let the doctors touch my babies. None of that shit, man. They grown now, but still shit's happening in the world. I try to do, you still try to do your best when you're growing, when you're raising your children and shit. And I have raised other children too. Hopefully they doing great. You know what I'm saying? Definitely they are. But as far as with your mental, they seeing what they've been exposed to now. It's like shit. Yeah. Ruler was talking. That's my name, Ruler. They don't have Ruler. Was actually dropping them damn joints back then. That's why we vegetarian and shit. They slipping in monosodium glutamate meat and lean meat and shit and everything in the foods. Mug was looking out. Sometimes people don't like the father or the dad and shit, you know what I mean? Because they discipline. False leaders, they should have let us know this shit. They couldn't even let us know. We had to listen to conspiracy theories, motherfuckers who writing books that's whistleblowers and their own people to tell us everything versus a so-called false shepherd coming in trying to lead us, whether it's political or fucking Islamic or religious, whoever. None of them motherfuckers wanted to break down the science of this Kundalini and shit and make sure that, hey man, we gotta repent. It's in our spirit. It's in their sexual nature. If not, we're gonna get so low to where you see motherfuckers doing this shit. They can't even separate food and sex from the same motherfucker. You can't be around people like that. Motherfuckers should be outrageous, but they're not. Because that's in their nature. That's what it is. You wouldn't dare know what the fuck you dealing with, man. We know what the fuck we dealing with. We know what they did in Nat Turner. We know. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else know and everybody's cool, I guess. Motherfuckers sliding shit in on TV, sliding shit in, talking about you taste this and you taste that, and one of them is mixed with human flesh and the other da-da-da-da. And they say, oh, this one tastes good. And it tastes good. Yeah. You know what it's in it? Like, oh, this. The lady was like, what? It was like, you said it just tastes good, didn't it? Like, you ain't gonna shit on my cooking, did it? Like, oh, see? Type of motherfuckers that have sex with their mama. They daughters. That's the type of motherfucker that do that. Woo, man, G. That's why niggas were separated from motherfuckers, man, from big ass oceans, man. Can't be fucking with these people. Once you get out in the world, you'll see. That's why they attacked our sacred zones and shit by coming in, setting up military bases and everything with motherfuckers where you just can't get along with. Why? Because these motherfuckers are pedophile ass animals, man. What's up? You arguing with a motherfucker that don't want to lick you, eat you or something. You can't do that, man. Can't do that. So a lot of things is popping. Celibacy, you can't fight a motherfucker if you're not up in the fight. You can't save yourself. As far as like your own desires and sexually, food, eating the right food, making sure you can get the right thoughts, the right downloads, eating the right foods that you're supposed to eat. Like, if you got 4 stomachs, then hey man, you're supposed to be eating a lot of vegetation type of shit, like grass and stuff. You're supposed to be eating that shit every day. But if you got a short digestive tract, then hey, you might also be eating meat, like a cat or something. Them niggas eat meat, that shit. They're not designed to be vegans. You can't turn a carnivore into a vegan. That's horrific. Dogs, they're omnivores. They can eat a little bit more. They're different. Just like bears and shit. You got scavengers, motherfuckers who eat shit that's already dead. They can smell it. Most like all this shit planned out, man. There's different levels. So when you're dealing with a beast that's roaming the field of earth, This motherfucker just do it. Cluster B personality, fight or flight. Anyone can be in those type of thoughts, in that type of mindset. Whether it's one who's gaslighted upon, one who just grown with the shit. We just happen to be connected to, the higher spirits, learning things about like bacteria and germs and shit. Nobody else knew that shit in the other part of the world. We had copper and shit and everything in our houses. Learning how to run copper pipes under the ground, so you won't get fucking poisoned and shit by the water. We already had that pat down already. Okay, you know that there's bacteria on surfaces and shit like that, which is little bitty demons that you just gotta wash your hands afterwards. We use lemon and shit like that, man. Most High gave it to us. We're just learning these little things, cleanliness. And then at the same time, that's developing our mental cleanliness and our emotional cleanliness, forgiving, not hurting our brother. We weren't doing all that shit, but we started doing it because, it took hundreds of years, but we're not all the way mastered. We still breaking out of that shit. We got one little thing we just got to do. We are, like, a lot of us is changing our eating up, which is very good. Eating like gods, how you supposed to eat. Reaching up to the sky for your food. Going under the ground to get the root, to get the best part, you know what I'm saying, of the plant that you need. You know what I'm saying? That's medicinal for you. That shit moves lymph. So, you need these type of things. It keeps your mind on a right, path, on a right forefront, like on a straight and even, trained right and exact. You know what I mean? So you don't want to just get off of being, noble, or not noble, but in the sense of being dishonorable with yourself. Because like I say, in this world, if you want to be able to get your spiritual nature back, you ain't gonna hear it nowhere else too much until they start catching on and say, damn, man, we got to be celibate. Oh, man. Beautiful. That's my girl right there, boy. She's making me little ladies and stuff. But yeah, it's tight, man. And with just the trafficking in the world, man. Like, why is this, man? Because, niggas ain't really blamed for a lot of this shit. So we shouldn't really get blamed for it. Unless you're just running the ring. But child trafficking, man, that's horrible. When you're dealing with pedophiles and pedophilia, and you got to get really real with this shit. Love you, bro. When you can go into a bathroom, a public facility, an old ass man, and be butt ass nigga on them, and little kids can run around them, that would be called molestation. Plain and simple. That's what it is. Can't make it nothing else. Hey. They can't make it nothing else. So I ain't gonna hold you long. This is why it's just a call for just getting your life back. Get the strength back or doing, then they ain't good. Hey, mamas, I see you over there. I see you, girl. You come back and say what's up to me now. got the so-called white folks over there, like, damn, this nigga over there and shit. No, they be like, what makes them do that? But yeah, and that might ruffle some people feathers what I just said. It might. That's right. But with the shit going on in the world right now, all the files that's out, not my fault. It's just like, people speaking on it. If you don't want it to disturb your spirit, don't get it, But just know about it. Operate accordingly. Look at this little dude. What is it? Don't bite me, nigga. Please. All right, get him up off. All right, man, you gotta go now. Oh shit, man, I ain't gonna hurt you. Hold on, man, let me get this nigga up off. You gotta go, man. Nigga done. That nigga held on and shit. He was like, hold on. Don't do that. All right. where I flicked them at. Like, I landed in your shoe. I love y'all. I'm gonna get them build with you in the next one. Yo, Union P's and Q's, celibacy, man. Don't forget. Don't let yourself get mastered by your lower self here. Master the lower self, you know? Make sure. Because this celibacy right now is the only way it's gonna help us, man. So don't get mastered by your lower self. It's out here running rampant. We got a lot of shit popping off in the world. We got truth laying out now. We're knowing the truth of who niggas is in America. A lot of truth is just coming out, you know? And what it is for us, you see the signs and symbols for the conscious mind, getting your spirit game up, getting closer to your life family. You harness this energy through your kundalini, which is your celibacy, your semen retention. It'll force our women to get right in this act too. And you ain't gonna want another woman in the world because a lot of these beings are into a lot of shit. They do child trafficking everywhere. All right? So just be careful and just get your shit back up. I'm talking about careful is like, don't let yourself fall into your lower self. All right? I love you. I'll be with you next. Peace. Man, this is metal.